and I'm here to the first pipe crossing, which needs dry dirt. The question is, do I get it from this side or do I go get it from the other side? I don't see any real close by. When you get to right here, you can see it goes uphill a little. You can see it goes uphill a little bit, and that's when the dirt gets really pretty. I guess I could scoop it and track. That's a lot of tracking. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Came here with the buggy, and the trail to get here is pretty rough. It's gonna need some love. I guess I came through here once with the mini hoe, but I never went back a couple times and smoothed it out like I usually do, and it's very rough and some very tight turns. But we'll take care of that. I just came in here to drop off a 6-inch pipe at one of the other low spots so we can make that all weather. Scored a couple of nice pieces of pipe this week. 30 bucks for both of them. One's like 6 feet and one's like 8 feet. This is EPDM. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. It's fusion weld pipe. You can't put it together unless you got a fusion weld machine, and it's big like my truck. It's pretty cool. It grabs both pipes, the ones you want to put together with hydraulic clamps. And then there's a big spinning blade. It looks like a big cheese grater that goes between them. And the machine pushes the two ends of the pipe to this cheese grater, and it planes them. It cuts them parallel with each other. And then you remove the cheese grater, or just lifts up. And then a big old iron drops down, big hot iron. And then the hydraulic deals push the pipe against the iron and melt it, get it hot. And then they retract the pipe, remove the iron, and then it squishes the pipe together with a lot of pressure, and it holds it for a little while. And then the pipe is melted together, 100% as strong as the rest of the pipe. And this stuff's kind of flexible, it's kind of rubbery. So you can weld together 300 or 400 feet of pipe next to the trench and then plop it all in the trench, or you can pull it underneath a river crossing if you weight it down. So it's pretty cool stuff, and it is absolutely bulletproof. I could lay this on the ground and take my track hoe and beat on it and track over it and pick it up and drop it and do whatever I wanted to it, and I would not hurt it. It's just soft enough to be a little bit kind of like rubbery feeling, but yeah, this is awesome. Unfortunately, I don't have a use for it, but I will keep it because you never know what the future holds. Can't predict the future. Well, it's been 2 weeks since I've been here. My goal today is to finish the 4 pipe crossings that are on this trail. This one's probably going to be the most challenging, even though it's not very deep. There's just not very much good material around here. Now, it has been dry for 2 weeks, so it's a little better, but yeah, I need to bring in some material. And from where the track hoe sits all the way to the next deep crossing, trail's great. It needs nothing. So let me grease it up and get ready and find some dirt and bring some dirt in. Find some dirt handy without killing trees, big trees. Okay, I think that was my last, well, both cameras are on. Let me turn this one off. I think that was my last trip in for bringing in dirt. It's still super soft, but I'm gonna back out and spread it with the bucket and give it another couple of weeks. And I think just spread with the bucket, I think it'll hold up the Ranger or 4-wheeler. It just won't hold up the track hoe. And there's no way in the world it would hold up the green tractor because it has a high load on those front tires. It sinks. So I'm gonna back out, clean it up, and move on to the next pipe project. Even though this one's probably not adequate, it's probably as good as I can do for now, unless I dig it totally up, replace all that dirt, and I'm not gonna do that. Well, apparently I'm missing some video. I tracked out to the power lines and dug a big huge hole and got a whole bunch of pretty nice dry dirt, and that's what I filled this up with, and I got nothing to show you. So this is after that. I'm just trying to smooth it out a little bit, make sure that there's no rain pockets, and we'll just give it a few more weeks to dry out a little better. So this was my second project for today, and I'm calling it done for now. This is the 24-inch fiberglass pipe crossing. The pipe is still moves when you track over it, so that's not good. So I didn't want to track over it too many times till that dirt settles. And I had left a pretty good rut on the right side when I came through here last, because the right side was softer. So I didn't want to rut, because that will hold water when it rains. So I just kind of dragged the dirt with the bucket and try to patty cake it smooth. And it is a little soft, not over the pipe, but right here, a little low point, kind of bouncy. And I got dry dirt right there, but yeah, I'm gonna let it dry out some more before I put dry dirt on it. It's an easy spot to get to with the track hoe, and it's summertime. It should dry out a little better than it is now, I think. I don't want to put dry dirt on top of this wet dirt, and I don't want to dig it all the way out. So, calling this area good for today. I'm going to pick up that fiberglass pipe and carry it all the way around to the other end of the trail and bring it into that last ditch like that, because I don't think I can get it through here unless I drag it. And if you drag a pipe, the front end tends to grab on every root and tree and everything else, and this fiberglass pipe will probably just be all mangled up before I get there. So I'm going to pick it up and carry it all the way around. I feel like I don't have a good grip on it, but I guess that's all I'm going to get. Change of plan. I had trouble carrying it with the bucket. It's almost too big a diameter for the thumb to grab. It kept falling out. Every time I grab it, I hear it cracking. So yeah, I didn't like that. And then for a while I was carrying it on the blade, just kind of holding it with the bucket, and that was okay. But going down the trail, I'm probably going to have to go sideways. So I'm going to drag it. I'm going to go down the trail backwards and drag the pipe. And yeah, I think this is going to be okay. We got a long ways to go. So this fiberglass pipe is fairly thin wall. I don't know, maybe 3/8 or so. It's kind of hard to tell. The ends are kind of raggedy, but it's heavy. I can't pick up one end. I was trying to pick up one end to get the straps under it, and I couldn't do it. I had to roll the pipe onto the straps. Pretty dense stuff, pretty tough, but it's very, very hard, and it is a little bit brittle if you bang it too much, or if you grab the corners or try to slide it by grabbing the corners will chip. So this is working fine, other than I got a crick in my neck. But anyway, we just went through a low spot that I brought this black pipe to put in, where I'm gonna put this black pipe in this low spot, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue to the end and put the big pipe in first, and I'll catch the little pipe on my way out. And there's a couple of turns in the trail that are too sharp. I can't make them with the Ranger without stopping and going backwards and forwards, so I'm gonna fix those on my way out too, even if I have to take out a little tree. The trails are better when you don't have to stop and go backwards and jockey around. Here we are. There's the trail I made, what, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? Here's the ditch where the pipe's gonna go. There's the pipe. I just need to clean it, scoop a little bit out so it sets down in there a little ways, and then find some dirt to backfill with. And this is high, so if I can find a spot with no trees, I can get dirt. Pretty soft. There was standing water in here last week. This is our third summer with the property, and I have bragged in the past that we had no bugs. No bugs. Well, now we got bugs. We got mosquitoes. I don't know what changed between the last 2 summers and this summer, but yeah, they're in the woods now. So if you're gonna go in the woods, you need to wear spray and long pants and a face screen or something, because it's not pleasant having the bugs flying around your head. My camera mount once again coming loose. Does this constantly. Kind of frustrating, which reminds me I'm sitting in front of my computer. I need to order a new one like right now. Alright, I gotta go find some dry dirt because this stuff I took out is not what I would call dry dirt. Okay, dry dirt was easy. I found some, I don't know, 15 feet away, and I didn't have to kill any trees. It was close. I had to dig a pretty good sized hole though. It consumed a lot of material. And in the end, I connected this hole I dug to the ditch, so I don't know why, so it will drain along with the ditch. So they're both kind of the same now. We have made our crossing. The plastic pipe is in the hole, and I've got enough dry dirt to cover it and track over it. And I'm gonna take this sloppy stuff that I dug out and put it on top, kind of build up a little bit, and it will dry out because it is, again, it's above the water level. So yeah, this is awesome. Then I'm gonna walk the length of the new trail, because that's where my Ranger's parked on the other end of it, and go get some water. I'm very dehydrated and it's a long walk, but go get some, maybe go get me a snack. So most of what you see me pushing here is just it's leaf litter. It's pine needles and leaves and stuff, and it wouldn't be a problem on the trail, except it hides the little vines and the little stumps that I haven't gotten rid of in the holes. So you push the leaf litter to the side and try to get the dirt straight, and it won't take long for the pine needles and leaves to cover the trail again, which is good because that keeps the mud from sticking to your feet when the trail's wet. One of the joys of getting older is that well, in my case anyway, is you get stiffer in the back. It's harder to turn around and see what's behind you. End up backing by ear a lot of times, and I back trailers with the mirrors now because I can't turn around in the seat. So anyway, yeah, I've taken out a bunch of little saplings in the last couple of years just because I can't, or I don't take the time to turn around and look backwards, because it's just not, doesn't come naturally like it used to. I guess it used to. I don't know. That was a long time ago. I just spent 2 hours of my life knocking down the leaf litter from the forest litter and looking for holes in stumps to make this thing safe to walk. But I have gotten all the way to where I need to lay that flexible culvert. So making progress, slow as it may be, making progress. All right, so I scooped out a little spot, cleaned it out. Got the pipe set, got some dirt patty caked around it so it won't move because it is kind of squirrely. And need to find some dirt. Shouldn't be a problem. The trees are pretty far apart right here. Probably right there. Okay, finished product. Sorry I didn't film. My camera mount is irritating me because it won't stay put. But I just laid the black pipe down on the ground and dug some dry dirt there and some dry dirt over there and some dry dirt there and made me a little ramp over it, so even when there's water in here, we should be able to drive over this. Now I've got to I'm not through going backwards and knocking down the bumps because I haven't done this part of the trail yet, so I'm gonna keep going until I get to the vine trail, and I've already done that way earlier. So got more going back, swing, swing, back, swing, swing, back, swing, swing. The final swing on the final trail on our property. All the trails are done now. Now I still got to go back and do maintenance, and I still have to go back and deal with a little mud. But the trails are all cut, all the pipes are in, and I've now gotten to where, if you watch the video with the vines, this is where I stopped on that video, so that's been done. So, I'm hot, I'm out of water, and I'm almost out of fuel. So I'm gonna track up near the road, and I got a problem with my little side-by-side, and it's a little bit disconcerting. I'll explain it to you when I get there. But all I'm doing now is tracking out of here and turn around and go frontwards for a change. So with the exception of a few spots that are going to need some drier dirt, they're wet, they need to dry. The south trail is finished. And in the past, when I finished a trail, I put the GoPro on the front of the tractor and took a tour. But this time, I don't want to run the tractor through those two wet spots. So I'm going to attempt to hold my phone and walk the dang thing. I don't know if my phone's got enough battery or enough storage to do a video. It's going to be a few minutes long, but I'm going to give it a shot. I think every minute I'm going to stop and start the phone over, just to make it easier for me to deal with the video clip. Anyway, this is the Vine Trail. I'm talking about the wrong thing. This was I posted when I did the Vine Trail. It's not particularly long, and there was no wet spots. It was just vines, just big, nasty, gnarly vines. And I pulled them down and cut them. Now that they've all been cut, you know, within eye level, and they've been dead for a few months, they're starting to fall out the trees because the stuff up high is dead. So anyway, this is the Vine Trail, and you've probably, if you watch my videos, you saw me making this trail. Now coming up is the trail through the pine trees. And I did not make a video. I don't know why. It wasn't particularly interesting. So this is the end of the Vine Trail. This trail here has not been videoed, so you haven't seen it unless you snuck out here at night and looked at it. And I went through the whole thing yesterday, went backwards the whole way, and swung the bucket back and forth, trying to find any little stumps, snags, little holes. There's lots of holes in the woods, I guess from decaying tree trunks. I don't know. Ooh, look at that mushroom. It's psychedelic. Okay, so, yeah, that took a while, but now all it needs is a couple of 3 good hard rains to kind of settle this stuff down. And I did yesterday straighten out some of the sharp corners where I could not make the corner with the side-by-side without backing up and going forward. And I don't like that. I like having lots of turns. It just makes the trail more interesting. And it'll slow down the kids when they get on their motorcycles and their four-wheelers. But I don't want to turn so sharp that you can't get around without them. So there's another hole that didn't get filled up. So that's kind of a, whoa, it's a big one too. It's kind of a hazard for somebody's ankle. Let's see if I can't fill it up. Okay, here we go again. And here's a couple of roots that I did not get. Maybe later. Here's another hole. Wonder if something's in it and opened it up again. I don't know. Okay, onward. Now, this is that little pipe that I put in this little low area. Did this yesterday. It's not really a drainage, but it does fill up with water in the winter, and there's no discernible current. But eventually the water goes away, so I don't know. But anyway, that'll give us another few weeks of being able to use the trail without going through a water hazard. So this is mostly pine trees, and we do have a pine tree beetle that has killed a lot of them. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to kill them all. It kind of goes through and kills a few, and then there's hardly any dead ones back here, actually. Now, this is a spot, see where it's real wide? This is where what did I do? I didn't do anything. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, I don't know about this pine tree beetle stuff. Some areas it looks horrible, and some areas not so bad. This is a tulip tree. My favorite types of trees now. They grow super tall, and typically they shed all their branches so that they just look like giant posts. But this one's got branches everywhere, so this one's kind of weird. We have quite a few of them. I've just kind of learned to identify them. They have a very, very unusual leaf. There's another root that I'm gonna have to come get with the loppers because it's gonna bust somebody's hiney. Now we're kind of switching from pine trees to hardwood trees. And I've been cutting. Look at this big tulip tree. It's humongous. Somebody said they have good posture. They're nice and straight normally. So this trail right here, I did before I started the septic system. And I stopped at this ditch. And I put the big pipe in the ditch yesterday. So this is the end of the trail that was already here and the beginning of the new trail through the trees and the ridge. And this is why I didn't want to bring the mechanized vehicle, because I don't want to drive over this until it has a chance to settle out and get hard. Now this trail, the one I just videoed, is it's pretty dang short. I didn't realize it at the time, but now that it's open, it doesn't take very long to walk it. And it's dry except for that crossing and the crossing at the other end. And this is hardwoods. There's no, well, I don't want to say no. There's not many pine trees in here. It's really pretty. Now that ditch that I crossed with that big fiberglass pipe, it dries out in the summer. You can walk down the middle of it like a road, but you can't other times of the year. I'll flatten this out by going backwards and swinging the bucket. And when you're sitting in the seat of the track hoe, it looks like you did an awesome job. Then you get down here and walk it, and it is it's a little lumpy. A little lumpy. We need some heavy rains to flatten this out. So I think my next major project is going to be coming in the back here, this side of the power lines, to chainsaw and start cutting down some of these big popcorn trees. I've been in the cutover area and cutting down those 10, 12-year-old popcorn trees forever. But I'm almost through. I don't want to say I've got every single one of them, but I've gone through all the areas. And if there are any more left, there aren't very many, because I've been cutting. Now we're going downhill, and this is that other crossing where I put the 8-inch PVC SDR pipe, and it is still very wet, soft, should I say. Although, boy, it's dried out a lot just since yesterday. But I'm gonna have to give this some time, let it settle. This side's good. And then come back with the track hoe and bring some more dry dirt and cap it. This is the last trail video. Started right up here. Now this is dry as a bone here. Started right here. This is where I had put the other fiberglass pipe. It is right here. And this is a waterway. It goes right through this green grass. And a pretty good bit of water goes through here. Look, I got minnows in here already. So this was a separate video. getting this little trail fixed up, because this was super wet. I was dealing with some mud situations, but now it's passable. I mean, I could have come through here with not the tractor, the green tractor. The front wheels go down if it's soft, but I could have come through here with the track hoe. This doesn't run very smooth when you're trying to do a video. And I might have could have run through here with the side-by-side, the Ranger, but it doesn't have a good spot to mount the magnetic camera holder. And the magnetic camera holder I got is a piece of junk, so the camera won't stay put. Camera won't stay put. Okay, so this is the trail 2 videos ago. Came through here. This was really low, really soft, but we conquered it. This is the 12-inch PVC solvent well pipe. This is dry as a bone. And these are my little mats. They may sit there and rot. I don't know when I might need them again. And look, here's a popcorn tree I gotta come poison. No, that's a vine. Never mind. There's a vine that has leaves that look very much like the popcorn trees, the Chinese tallow trees. And I've been at war with those things for 3 years now. And I'm winning as far as the smaller ones go. But, yep, so here we are, back on the road. That's the trail. It was a good project. I got no more trails to make. I promised my son, my deer hunting son, that in the opposite corner from here where there's room to make a trail, I would leave the deers alone and not harass them, although I don't think it makes any difference, but I can't tell him that. So anyway, trail's done. Walking back to the Ranger, and thanks for watching.